It's the Standard Pauper Show. It's a show about Standard Pauper. Yep, just a reminder. Standard Pauper Gauntlet is coming up. Who will survive? Looks like it's still going to be on track for around February 24th. I will be releasing an article, and you all are going to submit your brews. You will. Well, I hope you will. I mean, I can't make you. Well, not all of you. Some of you. Probably bigger than. But, you know, whatever. I'm not a violent person. Well, dutiful viewers, I'm a little bummed this week if you couldn't tell. You know why? Me. Nothing happened. There was no SPDC last week. No MPDC this week due to technical error. So I don't have anything to talk to you about. Isn't that sad? I'm sad. Bummed. Bummed, I tell ya. Well, instead, let's talk about something else. Let's talk about some articles. Articles that I read and I thought were very good. We're going to talk about Gwynedd, the person who hosts MPDC most often, wrote an article for Pure. There it is. Yay! Did a review, much like I've been doing. Had a different take on some items. I believe that is fine, though. Because if you don't have different opinions, it's all just a bunch of dudes sitting around agreeing with each other. And no one watches that show. Anyway, he didn't like Nyxborn Rollicker. He did say it could find a place, but I think it will be quite. I think it will be quite good, as well as the Nyxborn Shieldmate. I think it's going to find a place, and I feel the Nyxborn Triton will probably find a home in like an all blue or blue white flyers. Maybe, who knows? Go read the article; it's really good. He adds some humor, which is always awesome. Thank you, Gwynedd. Let's see what else. Lots of different things, going to some mechanics. It's good. Another Pure article was the tribal evaluation. I don't know how many of you play Tribal Apocalypse, but Kumagoro Gianluca did a nifty article, as he always does for each set. Goes through all the different types of creatures, gives a rating on what he thinks is good and what's bad. Look at there. There's the Scrappy Doo of Born of the Gods. Charging Badger. Anyway, I liked it a lot. I recommend it, especially if you play Tribal Apocalypse. It's kind of an offshoot. You have to play tribal cards. Like it's goblins, you play all goblins. Well, not all, but at least 20 creatures have to be of the tribe. Look, cat. Meow. Look at this. Look at this art. Seriously. What is that cat doing? Looks like he's about to go, meh. I'm throwing a stick. Meh. Mark, what's your name? Mark Zug? Come on, bro. You're better than this. I know you want to show action, and that's fine. All kinds of action you can put in there. But this looks like one of those pictures that they take of baseball players in weird positions when they're swinging or when they're throwing the ball. And you just captured it weird, man. I appreciate what you're doing. I couldn't even get that close. My picture of a cat would be like a circle with two triangles on top. You know, for the head. See, here's me. Let's see what we got. Here's me drawing a cat. Okay, here we go. Look at this. This is a #1 epic right here. And some cat eyes. A little triangle nose. Look at this. Pièce de resistance right there. And then if I was going to have a cat throw something, this is what I picture a cat doing. When I say, "Hey, throw me that stick." Because you know what they would do? They'd be like, stick? No. And then they would say, I don't even know what you're talking about. I'd be like, that stick that's right next to you? I'd be like, nope, don't see it. Seriously, the stick that's right next to you. I'd be like, nope, no idea what you're talking about. Anyway, so Mark, don't feel bad. That's my cat throwing a stick. Your cat throwing a stick, better than that. But this action, I think you're better than this. Anyway, that's a good article. Oh, and also Pauper in real life. This is something you rarely see, but especially in places that aren't America, there are lots of Pauper tournaments that happen. And this was a writer on my site, Tiago Lanza, talks about actual Pauper events. Really cool. 4th largest city in Brazil. Hey, I would love to see a Pauper tournament in real life, like actually sanctioned. I think it'd be cool. I don't know why I mean, how could it make less money for Wizards than Legacy tournaments do? Most people who play Legacy cards aren't buying packs. Just saying. Anyway, it's a good article. Look at that metagame breakdown. Nice. Archetypes. Nice. Did a good job. Puts in a deck here. So anyway, I think Tiago did great. Look at that. Almost 1,000 views. What? That is a highly successful article. So, now, let's get back to the show. What did I play? This week I have played Mono White, and I have discovered everyone else is also playing Mono White. Go figure. It's real strong. I think it's going to get stronger even with the new set. Here's the opening hand again, just same as last week, because I didn't brew this. This is a proven successful brew. Nice hand. Wonderful curve. I would say this is a keep. You have a bunch of gas coming up. I like it. I like it a lot. Pew. Let's get to the blue spoilers. Okay. Crypsis. What deck does it go in? I don't know. But blue doesn't have a card like this. It gives protection from creatures and lets you untap it. So, you can play it defensively or offensively. You have a big creature. You can protect it when it's blocking or push it through when it's, attacking. I think it's great. It can either make a defender great or an attacker unblockable. I think this will be a sleeper hit. Sleeper hit of the set. Yes, I do. Next one, Nullify. I think this is great. I think just about every blue deck's going to have this. In mono blue, it can replace Essence Scatter. I mean, there's no reason not to, because it counters a creature just like Essence Scatter, and an aura spell. So any of the aura spells, it'll also counter. Doesn't get much better than that, except if it was actual counterspell. Then that'd be awesome. Now, here is the brew that I played and got top 4. Thank you very much. There we go. What I would do is take out 4 Essence Scatter, put in 4 Nullify, add 2 Omen Speaker, take out the Scatter Arcs. I think this makes it a much more solid deck. I really do. Phew. Shafwaffa is free to disagree with me. Stratus Walk. When Stratus Walk enters the battlefield, draw a card. Awesome. Gives a creature flying. Also makes it so it can only block flying creatures. There's a few ways you could use that offensively. Or, not offensively, defensively. If you have a bunch of ground creatures, put it on their guy. I know it gives it flying, but it can't block. Maybe a UG Auras, we talked about last week, or UW Auras, which is out there already. Good places to start. Sphinx's Disciple. Hard to say. Like I have here, it probably has the best of the inspired at common mechanics. Flying, yep. Draw a card, awesome. 2/2 for 5 mana. I'm afraid this is not Muldrifter. Not even close. But there is a chance it draws your card every turn. I'm taking a wait and see approach on this. Either it's going to be a powerhouse or a no-show. Retraction Helix. Weird card. Maybe in the Cyclops deck, it requires an untapped creature, which is really rough. But it's a boomerang. So, there was that defender deck that I played against. If you did this on one of your defenders into turn, get rid of my creature into my turn, or get rid of my enchantment, anything, non-land permanent. There's so many things you can use it for. It's only 1 mana. It's instant, but it requires an untapped creature. Ugh, that's rough. Evanescent Intellect. Maybe in the heroic deck, because it gives a creature 1 in a blue, and you have to tap the creature, remember, so you're not going to be attacking with it. Target player puts the top 3 cards of his or her library in the graveyard. Mill. So, when this card comes into play, you're not getting your card back like some of the others, and you have to not attack with it. Maybe you can use it in some sort of weird way to keep Inspired going. For example, the card I just showed you, which has a 2/2 flyer that gives you a card every time it untaps. If you can use it, you can use it defensively, maybe, but you're not gonna you're never blocking with the 2/2 flyer. Very rarely, unless it's against a 1/1 flyer or a 1/4 flyer that gets your enchantments. But I don't know. It's one of those things. I'm sure someone can break it, but it's going to be a long shot, and you're going to be very specific. You might have to build around something like this. There was that blue-black mill deck that was going around, but remember, it also requires mana every turn. Deepwater Hypnotist. Who's going to use this? Nobody. No one. 2/1 for 2 in limited, okay. But my goodness, that Inspired is awful. -3/-0. Woohoo! I don't see a home for this, but you know what? I will give it something. I gave it an award. That's right. Goofiest looking merfolk of all time. This is no joke. Look at that. Christopher Moeller. Talking to you, sir. First we had Mark Zug with that strangely positioned cat, but this is just goofy as all get out. It's a merfolk cross hands going, "Ooh." That's ridiculous. This is not frightening anybody. Anyway, Let's move on. Chorus of Tides. It'll have a home. Heroic will come up rarely, but it's a 3/2 flyer for 4 mana. Not bad, especially in this set. I think it'll find a good home in the UW Flyers or UW Auras. Either way, it's got lots of good stuff going on for it. There were still so many better flyers in Innistrad Block. I miss them so much. But this, not bad. People may disagree with me, but I think it'll show up, and I think it will be a good player. Because in this 4 range, you have Nephalia Sea Kite, which is a great card. It has Flash, and it's a 2/3, can be used more defensively. But this, you get something going on with that 3/2 action. You're in good shape. Alright. Whoop. So here's kind of what I think. Whoa, why did I go to Stompy? Oh, I know why. You know why? Because look at this. This is it. This is all the preview cards we have. Chorus of Tides, you're the last one. So now, the set's been totally released. They've already had the weekend for pre-release in Paper Magic. So everything's out there. What I recommend, like I have said so many times before, and I hope y'all are listening, you need to get out there and brew. Brew like the wind. So yeah, let's go back. Whoop, you already saw it. How to brew it. Remember my Stompy from last week? I have been talking with people on my site, and something I left out completely was Elvish Mystic. It's perfect for this set. Why didn't y'all tell me? Nobody said anything. So anyway, added 3 Elvish Mystic, took out a Slaughterhorn and a Tromper, and a Naturalize. Added them in here like this. Got some mana going. I cannot wait to try this out. Sideboard, I took out a Razor Tip Whip, so there's still 3, but I put in the missing Naturalize just in case. Naturalize is so good though. Okay, Stompy, Stompy, Stompy. Maybe Stompy. Maybe it's just mono green. I kind of based it off the original, or the Stompy that's in Classic Pauper. So maybe. Here's the way it looks now. Opening hand, you have the Slaughterhorn, the Tromper. I made these too small. Jeez. Swordwise Centaur. That's the 3/2 for 2. Cannot wait to be down with that card. Leaf Crown Dryad, which is the 2/2 for reach and bestow. So look at this. You have options. On turn 2, you could have this if you wanted to, and by turn 4, you could be enchanting it. I got the Aspect of Hydra as your next card. Another Swordwise Centaur is your next. Then Naturalize. Nylea's Disciple. Ranger's Guile. This opening hand is wonderful. I would keep it. The only thing you're not doing with this opening hand is playing this or bestowing this. But by the time you're in a good position, I think you already have some threats. I think you're ready to go. Curve's pretty simple. A lot of 1-drops, a lot of 2-drops. And then the 3 and 4 drops have kind of equaled out to the 6 range there, and there's only 3 5-drops, which is Nessie and Asp. Now it does have the Nyxborn Wolf, which is a bestow of 5, so that's a little different. I didn't do 2 mana curves this time around. We talked about it last time, just so you know the difference. But this Fairies Band Tromper, every time you attack with him, when he untaps, is gonna go up 1/1. It's great. You attack it with him. Next time it's a 4/4. Next time 5/5, 6/6. I think it's awesome. It's a good card. Do you think it'll see play in Standard or in Classic Pauper? That's hard to say. It grows, but it is just a 3/3 for 4 if nothing ever happens. These are things to keep in mind. But I think this deck is great. I think it has potential. What do you think? It's time for some comments. What have you been brewing? Come on, throw something out there. Throw something at me. I'm beginning to think y'all don't love me. You don't, do you? Just sitting out here, providing content. Apparently it's terrible. Self-pity. I'm like that person on Facebook says, like this post if you think I'm ugly. Oh, I'm ugly. I guess I'll go drink alone now. Well, why does drinking alone have such a bad connotation? I mean, seriously, come on. I'm at home. Kids are out, wife's out. Game is on. Yeah, I'm gonna be drinking. Why not? I don't know. Maybe I have a problem. Maybe I like to drink when the game is on. Anyway, let's say, here's contact info. YouTube channel, which you're watching this now, so you already know about it. Subscribe to it. Got the Twitter. Got a web page. Twitch, sometimes. I'm going to try to use that more. Facebook. Bava does a great job keeping that all together and straight. Subscribe and like. It helps us help you. I don't know how, but it does. Reasons? Okay. Hope everybody enjoyed it this week. Sorry the content was a little light. No, when there's nothing going on, there's nothing to report on. But I know y'all are still playing, so it's good for me. Again, subscribe to the channel. Go to the site. And everybody, tune in next week. I bet we'll have some more to talk about. Anyway, thanks for watching.